Can I give it to you after? Okay, hello first grade. Today we're going to do a math lesson, so can I please have a volunteer read our objective for the day that's on the board? Go ahead.
Students will be able to compare two-digit numbers by using symbols for greater than, less than, and equal to 80% accuracy.
All right, so on here on the board I have three separate things. One says greater than, one says less than, and one says equal to. Can I please have a volunteer come up and write in their own words what they think greater than means, like a definition? Come on. And if you know the symbol too, you can write that as well for greater than. Do I need an eraser?
Yeah.
Good job, correct. Okay, do I have a volunteer who wants to come write on the board what less than means with the correct symbol? I'm going to call on someone, if not. Go ahead. Okay, so you were close. He said when the numbers are equal. So less than actually means when a number is smaller than a number, a bigger number. So, and then for the symbol, we would write like this. So for example, if I had the numbers 1 and 5, which is the smaller number? 1. So 1 would go right here, and 5 would go here. Okay, does that make sense? So 1 is less than 5. So do I have a volunteer who wants to come write equal to? What that means and the symbol for that? Good job. Does everybody agree with that statement? When the numbers are the same with an equal sign. Yes? Okay. So a good way to remember this is you always want to start with your number on the left. So if I put a 1 here and then a 10 here, which is the smaller number? 1. So my arrow would open up this way. And a great way to think of this is like an alligator's mouth. An alligator always wants to eat the bigger thing, right? So you want it facing the bigger number. So you can always draw little teeth here and think 1 is smaller than 10. Does that make sense? And then it goes the same way. If my bigger number was here, if I had a 9 and a 1, which way would the arrow face open? So it would be eating the 9, right? Okay. So I have a game for you guys to play. In your groups, so you guys have a group of 4. You guys will be shoulder partners, whoever has groups of 4. And then you guys will rotate. And so what you're going to do, I have these sheets on your desk. It's called greater than, less than, or equal to, game number 1. So if you have a group of 3, one of you will be the dealer. And you're going to deal out 2 cards to each player face down so they can't see what it is. Just random 2 cards. And then you guys, groups of 4, your partners will just take turn dealing out cards. You're going to flip them up and try to make the biggest number. So if I had a 0 and a 3, what would be the biggest number I can make out of that? 30. So I try to make 30. And if my partner had a 2 and a 4, she'd probably try to make 42. Does that make sense? And so in that case, she would win. So then you would write on your piece of paper, 42 is greater than 30. Does that make sense? Okay, and then you're just going to keep playing. If you finish all the rounds, that's good. But you have 5 minutes to do this. If you don't finish, don't worry about it. But keep track on your paper, each number you wrote in the round. You ready? Set, go. And then since you just write on the sheet for them and pass it around. And pass it around clockwise. They have cards that they're going to shuffle up and randomly give out. They can't see them. They flip them over, try to make the biggest number out of the two numbers they have. And then whoever wins, they write it down. So if you had a 30 and a 45, they'd be 30 is greater than, or less than 45. And make sure your arrow is opening up to the bigger number. How's it going?
This is fun.
You can put your numbers back in the stack and remix them up. Just make sure you're not cheating. Are you cheating, Vic? Are you peeking at the numbers? Does it work this way with the 3 people? Make sure you each get a turn to play. What? Are you cheating now? Don't cheat, don't look. Make sure you guys are taking turns shuffling them too and passing them out. Who's winning? What? Whoever has the biggest number is the winner. And you can write player 1 and player 2. Does that make sense? Sure. What? I know. Well, ideally, this would be like 3 groups. Or just groups of 3, so you would always have a dealer, you know. Because then they can't cheat. Are you keeping track of your winners? Are you not playing? Just under 2 minutes left. How many rounds do you guys have left? 4? Who's winning?
Here.
Nice. 2 rounds, 1 round. Make him mix them up better. How many rounds do you have? 3 rounds? Good job, you guys finished. Who won? You won? Are you lying? I think you're lying. is a tiebreaker. Good job. You're done? You're done? There's 1 round left? Or 2 rounds left? All right, time's up. So who was our winners? Can you raise your hand? Okay, let's give a round of applause for our winners. Good job. Okay, so next I have a worksheet for you guys to work on individually. You guys will have 2 minutes to complete this. If you don't finish it, don't worry. You can do the rest for homework. And then we will finish by doing some together on the board. You guys are going to do all the 2-digit ones first, and then when you're done, you can move on to the 3-digit. And then you guys are my helper group. Just separate them. I have little tickets, and you do them in the right way they face. Does that make sense? Okay, so everybody has something different they should be working on. You have 2 minutes. Ready? Make sure you're doing your correct work by yourself. Okay, you have 45 seconds left. Finished. Good job. All right, did everybody finish their worksheets? Yes, everybody finished? Okay, we'll turn that in later for homework. Let's go over these together on the board. And what I want you guys to do is I'll say 22 and 35, and I want you, with your hands, to make an alligator mouth the way it should open up, okay? And if you have an equal sign, do an equal sign like that. Sound good? Okay, 22 and 35. Which way should the alligator mouth open? This way, right? Good job. The alligator eats the bigger number. 14 and 10. Let me see from everybody. Where should it open? This way. Yep. Good job. How about 89 and 35? Good job. Right now I can't see because of the board. I'm standing right in front of it. Okay, and then 11 and 11. Really tough. Good job, guys. Equal. All right. The end. Thanks.